Revolution, revolution. Repeat God, repeat God, repeat God. Those are a couple of the chants that are present in the movie I will be reviewing today. It's time to do a second part in my Josh Evans spotlight on my quick Splarshy reviews. This is spotlight number 2. The prior one was for Inside the Gold Mine, so if you haven't seen that video, you can go check it out if you want. Okay, so today we're reviewing Glam, a 1997 movie written and directed by Josh Evans, and he also composed some of the music. So basically, Glam starts out, and there's this guy down at the creek. He wears all green, but he's barefoot at the beginning, and he's writing in a notebook or journal, whatever you want to call it, and he's like has his feet relaxing in the water, and he's writing down words, and you hear various chants, and you see various images and things from different places in the city, and he's writing his mother. We guess it's her mother. They never specify for certain. Is eating cake, and she dies. And when Sonny returns to the house, he does a spoon test with a spoon against her head to see if she's alive or dead, and realizes she's dead. And law enforcement shows up, and his grandma's there and everything. But before she finds out about the mother being dead, she tells Sonny didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with guns? Because he has like a toy water gun. He's going around in circles acting like he's shooting at stuff, And so law enforcement shows up, and we find out that Sonny does not speak. He does not speak. He does not talk in any way. And basically in the scene, the law enforcement shows up, asks about the death of his mother, and this is where we get filled on some plot that he's going to Lawville, Los Angeles, and he's going to see his cousin, and big things are going to happen. And he arrives there, and there's a big contrast between the country where Sonny lives and the city. In the country, it's mostly calm. There's nature. People don't cuss. And then when you go to the city, it's filled with drugs and sex and violence, and people are cussing out the air, everywhere. Just a lot of profanity. And but Sonny, he doesn't say a word. He doesn't say anything. He just writes in his journal. He like sees this girl in his mind, and he wants to find her and protect her, and stuff like that. And let's talk about the cast of this movie. First of all, in the cast, you have William McNamara playing Sonny. You have Frank Whaley playing Sonny's cousin. You have Tony Danza playing the villain in the movie. And you have Natasha Gregson Wagner in the movie. She was also in Josh Evans' first movie as a director, Inside the Gold Mine, and she's also in his latest movie as a director. Latest movie of Josh Evans as a director, 39. But in this, so that's your principal cast, and also John Cryer of 2.5 Men fame has a supporting role. But basically, the idea of this movie is, who is Sonny? What's he all about? Is he God? Is he an angel? Is he just a person? And you never really know. And the movie is told in such a strange way that it's quite captivating. It's very bizarre. And the movie never really makes sense. I've seen the movie like 7 times myself, and it still doesn't make complete sense. But basically, to sum it up in a way that does not at all describe the movie, Sonny goes to Los Angeles He pines for this woman, and her abusive boyfriend is Tony Danza. And at the end of the movie, he rescues her from him, and they go off together. That's basically the only plot. Everything else is just chewing the scenery, showing how bad the people are, showing how Hollywood can ruin lives. It's the only movie I like that's about like behind the scenes of Hollywood, and I like the documentaries about the making of movies, but when it comes to a fictional account of Hollywood, I'm not usually into that. But this time it was very captivating because of the way it was done. It has great cinematography. It has a great music score. It has really touching scenes, like one scene where Frank Whaley's character keeps saying, I'm dying," and I can't feel and stuff. And William McNamara is in the middle of the room, and Frank Whaley goes over to him, and he gives him this great heartwarming hug that just lasts a while as the camera circles around them. It was very touching because in his greatest moment of vulnerability, he was there for him. And yeah, the movie, there's not much, it's really hard to explain what the movie is like. It's something you have to see, but everything, everyone does a good job. The writing is very strange. Again, Josh Evans worked with Yuri Ziegelboim from Inside the Gold Mine, and so there's a lot of dialogue that's repeated over and over again. Like an example would be like there's these fruits called lychee nuts, and the one guy goes, "I want my lychee nuts. Where are my lychee nuts? I need my lychee nuts. Lychee nuts are very important to me. You have to go back to Chinatown and get my lychee nuts." You know, that kind of stuff. And throughout the movie, there's all kinds of things like this. But the movie has a lot of very interesting characters in it. And it's interesting to see John Cryer in the role that he's playing. And Frank Whaley. For those of you who don't know, Frank Whaley is in the movie Career Opportunities at the Target store. He's the main guy in that. And Tony Danza, of course, from Taxi fame. And they all work wonderfully. It kind of makes you wonder why they decided to do this movie with this kind of weird, strange script. But not bashing the script at all. I love the direction. I love the writing. It's just a very bizarre film. But yeah, that's basically what I gotta say about it. I really recommend that you check this out. This movie isn't for everyone, but there's just something so special about this film that I can't really put it into words. And so, until next time, this has been a quick Splarshy review.